Hello, everyone. I'm Elizabeth McCoy, and I'm so happy to see you here today. Thank you for checking out this video. You never know who you know that might need a little bit of hope, a little bit of inspiration. Please watch this to the end and share it with anyone who you may know who may be feeling a little bit lost. Not know where to turn. Today, I'm here to tell you a story, a life-changing story of a tragic car accident. It was August 26, 2000, 1 week into my freshman year of high school. I was a very independent 14-year-old girl. I had dreams and aspirations, knew where my life was going, and I was so excited about my future. That Saturday morning, I had woke up and gone to voice lessons at 9:30, just like I had every Saturday for 7 years. I was a singer and a performer, looking forward to where my life was headed. That evening, my best friend and her mom was driving us to the movies. I never realized that when I got into that 1996 Ford Explorer, that I wouldn't be getting out of it independently. So we left for the movies about 6:30 in the evening, traveling down a rural highway, when all of a sudden we were struck from behind. Car accidents happen every day. Have you ever been in a car accident? Pretty unexpected, very scary. When we were hit, that sent us into a tailspin that then proceeded to send us barrel rolling into the field on the opposite side of the highway. Every time we rolled, my head was at the point of impact. With every roll, the right side of my head was at the point of impact. Have you ever hit your head? Maybe playing sports in school, falling off a bicycle, falling off a horse. It can definitely throw you for a loop. Well, this was much worse. Of course, it knocked me unconscious. My right leg was pinned in the door. Angels were definitely with me that night. When my best friend crawled back in the vehicle after flagging down someone to call 911, she realized that I was having problems breathing as I was choking on blood and vomit in my airway. She had the forethought to clear my airway so that I can continue breathing, waiting on the EMS to arrive. I had to be resuscitated multiple times on the way to the rural hospital, where they would then stabilize me and get me prepped to be life flighted to the nearest trauma center, because we were in the middle of nowhere, very small town. They were not equipped with the needs to give me the care I needed to help save my life. My parents were able to see me for a short amount of time before they got me on the helicopter. I was covered in blood. My right eye was swollen. Once they got to the trauma center where I had been life flighted, the neurosurgeon comes out to talk to them, and tells them that my brain was swelling rapidly. They had to place me in a drug-induced coma and put a pressure gauge in my skull so that they could monitor the swelling and give me the best chance at survival. The first 24 to 72 hours were very critical. If I survived that long, my chances would then be greater of survival. There was a possibility of surgery, but they were hoping by placing me in the drug-induced coma that would be enough to get the brain swelling down. Have you ever lost a day, a couple days from being sick with the flu, not being able to go to work? Well, I lost 3 weeks. I was in that coma for 3 weeks. Can you imagine losing 3 weeks of your life? How would that make you feel? You'd feel pretty lost. I know I did. I had no idea what had happened once I came out of that coma. I had gone from being an independent 14-year-old girl to having to rely on others for everything. I couldn't speak. My vocal cords were very weak from the ventilator that had to be placed to keep me alive. I couldn't even sit on the edge of the bed. I had to relearn how to do everything. I was a 14-year-old being reduced to an infant, having to relearn how to walk, relearn how to talk, to get stronger to where I could hopefully one day be independent again. Can you imagine? But here I am. I'm still here, speaking to you today. I'm living proof that there is hope. Whatever it is you may be dealing with, an unexpected loss of a job, an intense medical treatment, having suffered a traumatic brain injury, a stroke, or just dealing with everyday problems that you don't think that there's any way that you can survive. I'm here to show you that you can. You can get through these obstacles. I believe in you. If I can do it, you can too. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be easy. It wasn't easy for me. The first 4 to 6 years after the accident, there were many days I struggled to get out of bed. Many days that I would come home from school and something would happen, and I would tell my parents that I wish I'd died in that car accident. It would be much better if I was dead. Life overall would be better for everyone if I hadn't survived. Do you ever feel like that? That life would just be better if you weren't around? I can tell you right now, that's not the truth. There are people that need you. If you know someone right now who feels that way, feels a little lost, please share this with them. Please subscribe to Elizabeth McCoy Inspires. Like and follow me on Facebook and Twitter. It is my purpose to provide hope and inspire those who are struggling to find their way. Lord knows it would have helped me if I had been able to know someone, hear from someone who had been through what I was going through when I was going through it, it would have made all of those times that I wanted to give up and I was ready to throw in the towel so much easier, because I would have known that someone had been there. And if they can do it, I sure as heck can do it. Please keep a lookout. I'm working on my book. And never forget that there is a way out. I found that way. And I know you can too. Thank you and God bless.